How I Double My Business in 90 Days Using Quantum Physics. Not mysticism, but scientific method revealed through real protocols, measurable metrics, and neuroscience-backed strategies that any entrepreneur can replicate. If you've been told that doubling revenue requires doubling ad spend, hiring an army, or grinding until you burn out, you've been lied to. The real growth lever isn't more effort. It's quantum-inspired decision architecture applied to your sales calls, pricing tests, partnership networks, and daily focus rituals. Over the next 90 minutes, you'll learn the exact 5-phase system I use to grow from $32,000 monthly revenue to $68,000 in 1 quarter, cut my customer acquisition cost by 23%, increase lifetime value by 41%, and build a millionaire mindset grounded in dopamine regulation, observer effect presence, and superposition testing. This isn't theory. It's a protocol-driven playbook with real business cases, before and after numbers, and step-by-step rituals you can implement today. You'll discover how quantum principles, observer effect, superposition, entanglement, and coherence translate directly into sales psychology, A/B pricing optimization, referral network effects, and flow state routines that compound revenue without adding headcount. If this framework helps you double your business and increase your money, subscribe now and save this audio to revisit the protocols whenever you need to recalibrate your quantum business growth strategy. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Quantum Business Framework. Core premise and mechanism overview. Most entrepreneurs approach business growth the Newtonian way. Linear cause and effect, brute force effort, incremental gains. You double the hours, double the ads, hope for double the revenue. But quantum-inspired business operates on probabilistic leverage. Small, precise interventions that collapse multiple outcomes into the highest value path. The core premise is this. Your business exists in a superposition of potential states, stagnant, growing 10% or doubling, until you observe, measure, and intervene with scientific discipline. Quantum physics teaches us that the act of observation changes a system. In business, that means conscious measurement of KPIs transforms performance. The moment you start tracking close rates, CAC, LTV, average order value, and pipeline velocity with daily precision, your revenue behavior shifts. The primary mechanism combines 5 quantum-inspired protocols mapped to tangible business outcomes: observer effect, sales presence, and negotiation psychology. Your conscious awareness during discovery calls alters prospect behavior and close rates. Superposition, pricing, and offer testing. Running simultaneous price experiments for $197 versus $500 to collapse uncertainty into maximum revenue. Entanglement, referral, and partnership networks. Creating interconnected relationships where one client success triggers cascading introductions. Coherence, flow state rituals. Priming your dopamine system for sustained focus during high-leverage tasks. Frequency and resonance, message market fit. Aligning your language to the exact emotional frequency of your ideal customer profile, so your marketing stops feeling like pushing water uphill and starts feeling like magnetic attraction. Each protocol connects to a hard metric. Observer effect increases your close rate from 18% to 29%. Superposition testing lifts average order value by $140 per transaction. Entanglement cuts CAC from $420 to $310. Coherence rituals add 11 productive hours per week. Resonance doubles inbound lead quality while having unqualified conversations. See this case. Marcus and the dashboard that changed everything. Marcus ran a $28,000 per month consulting business and felt stuck. He worked 60-hour weeks, chased every lead, discounted proposals to close deals. One Sunday, frustrated after losing another $8,000 contract to a competitor, he opened a blank spreadsheet and wrote down 5 numbers. Close rate 14%, average deal size $2,100, CAC $580, LTV $4,200, and monthly pipeline value $47,000. He stared at those numbers for 20 minutes. The next morning, he committed to tracking them daily. Within 48 hours, he noticed his close rate dropped to 9% on Mondays. He was burnt out from weekends. He started Sunday evening dopamine priming. 20-minute walk, no phone, planning the week's 3 highest value calls. By day 14, his Monday close rate climbed to 22%. By day 30, his average deal size hit $2,680 because he stopped discounting out of desperation. By day 90, he crossed $54,000 monthly revenue, not by working more, but by observing and optimizing the 5 levers quantum style. Lesson: measurement is the first act of manifestation in business. Protocol 1.1, the quantum baseline audit objective. Establish your 5-metric baseline within 7 days to create the observation foundation that triggers revenue coherence. Inputs: last 90 days of sales data, CRM export, invoices, payment processor records. Customer acquisition costs, total marketing plus sales spend divided by new customers. Lifetime value estimate, average customer spend times average retention months. Current close rate, deals won divided by total qualified opportunities. Average order value, total revenue divided by number of transactions. Steps: day 1 to 2, 60 minutes total export all sales and marketing data from the past 90 days. Consolidate into one spreadsheet with columns. Date, lead source, deal size, won/lost, days to close. Day 3, 30 minutes calculate your 5 core metrics. Close rate, AOV CAC, LTV, CAC ratio. Write them on paper and place them where you see them daily. Day 4 to 7, 10 minutes daily each morning. Log yesterday's numbers. Leads contacted, calls held, proposals sent, deals closed, revenue booked. Track in a simple daily log, Google Sheet, Notion, or paper planner. Measurement. Success metric. You have 5 numbers visible and updated daily. KPI. Close rate variance drops below 15% week over week after day 21. Sign of coherent sales behavior. Sample report format. Week 1 baseline. 16% close, $2,300 AOV, $510 CAC, $5,200 LTV, 10.2 LTV CAC. Stop/iterate rules. If data is incomplete or inconsistent, spend an extra 2 days cleaning records before moving forward. If you don't have 90 days of history, use whatever you have, 30 days minimum, and note it as partial baseline. Revisit this audit every 90 days to recalibrate. Ethics note: this protocol does not guarantee revenue increases. It creates visibility. Growth comes from disciplined application of subsequent protocols plus market conditions, offer quality, and execution consistency. Chapter 2, Observer Effect and Discovery Calls. How conscious presence increases close rates in quantum mechanics. The observer effect states that the act of measurement changes the system being observed. In business, your state of consciousness during a sales call literally alters the prospect's buying behavior. Neuroscience confirms this. Mirror neurons cause prospect to unconsciously mimic your confidence, urgency, and certainty. If you enter a discovery call distracted, anxious, or desperate, the prospect feels it and mirrors it back as objection, hesitation, or price resistance. The protocol here is simple but powerful, priming your nervous system 10 minutes before every high-stakes call. This means resetting your dopamine baseline, activating parasympathetic calm, and anchoring to your offer's value, not your need for sale. Sales psychology research shows that calm, present salespeople close 34% more deals than those who are rushed or outcome attached. The difference isn't the pitch, it's the energetic frequency you bring to the conversation. Most entrepreneurs treat discovery calls like transactions. Get on, pitch, close, move on. Quantum-inspired sellers treat them like observation events, moments where both parties collapse uncertainty into clarity. You're not convincing. You're witnessing whether mutual value exists. This shift alone changes tonality, question quality, and listening depth, which prospect interpret as authority and trustworthiness. See this case. Jen's $12,000 close that almost didn't happen. Jen ran a branding agency and had a discovery call with a potential client worth $12,000. She was running late, jumped on the Zoom frazzled, and started pitching immediately. 10 minutes in, the prospect said, "I need to think about it." Jen felt the deal slipping. She paused, took a breath, and said, "Actually, let me start over. Tell me what success looks like for you in 6 months." The energy shifted. The prospect relaxed, opened up, and revealed 3 pain points Jen's earlier pitch completely missed. By the end of the call, the prospect said, When can we start? Jen closed the deal that afternoon. The difference? She observed instead of performing. She let go of outcome attachment and entered full presence. That one shift added $12,000 to her quarter. Lesson: the observer effect in sales isn't woo. It's measurable behavioral contagion. The 3 observer effect triggers in sales. Trigger 1. Pre-call priming 10 minutes before. Your nervous system state determines tonality, word choice, and micro-expressions. Dopamine spiked, anxious, rushed. Sellers trigger flight responses and prospects. Calm. Grounded sellers activate trust and openness. The protocol: 10 minutes before any sales call, step away from your desk. No phone. Breathe deeply for 2 minutes. For second inhale, 6-second exhale. Then visualize the call going well, but detach from the outcome. Say aloud, I'm here to discover if we're a fit. If yes, great. If no, also great. This resets your intention from needing the sale to serving the conversation. Trigger 2. First question mastery. The first question you ask sets the frame for the entire call. Weak openers. So, tell me about your business. Create transactional energy. Strong openers. What's the one business problem that, if solved in the next 90 days, would change everything for you? Create depth and urgency. Quantum-inspired sellers ask questions that collapse vague interest into specific desire. This mirrors a collapse of superposition in physics, going from probabilistic to definite. Trigger 3. The silence protocol after asking a powerful question. Stay silent for at least 5 seconds, even if it feels awkward. Neuroscience shows that silence activates the prospect's prefrontal cortex, forcing them to articulate real concerns instead of surface-level objections. Most salespeople fill silence with more talking, which kills trust. Millionaire closers hold space for the prospect to self-reveal. This is the observer effect in action. Your calm witnessing allows their truth to emerge. Protocol 2.1. The 10-minute pre-call priming ritual objective. Increase close rate by 8 to 15 percentage points within 30 days by entering every discovery call in a coherent present state. Inputs: calendar with all sales calls blocked. Quiet space or noise-canceling headphones. Timer, phone or app. Steps: 10 minutes before call, 2 minutes set a timer. Close your laptop. Stand or sit upright. Breathe. For second inhale, 6-second exhale. Repeat 10 times. Minutes 3 to 5. 3 minutes visualize the call. See the prospect relaxed, engaged, asking good questions. Imagine them saying yes. Then imagine them saying no, and feel okay with it. Minutes 6 to 8. 3 minutes. Review your offer's core value. Write 1 sentence. I help who achieve what outcome in time frame, so they can transformation. Read it aloud twice. Minutes 9 to 10. 2 minutes set intention. I'm here to discover fit, serve truth, and detach from outcome. Say it aloud once. Shake out your body. Smile. Even forced smiling activates positive neural circuits. During call, ongoing ask 1 deep question in the first 3 minutes. Stay silent for 5+ seconds after they answer. Let them lead. Measurement. KPI. Close rate by call. 1 divided by total discovery calls held. Weekly review. Compare close rate week over week. Track prime calls versus unprimed calls. Target: 8 to 15 percentage point increase within 30 days, e.g. 18%, 26%. Stop/iterate rules. If close rate doesn't improve by day 14, record 1 call and review tonality, question quality, and silence frequency. If you skip priming more than twice in a week, recommit or adjust timing, e.g. 5-minute version. Ethics note: priming improves your state, not your prospect decision. It does not manipulate. If your offer isn't a fit, no amount of presence will, or should, force a close. Chapter 3. Superposition in pricing. How to test $497 versus $500 and collapse uncertainty into maximum revenue in quantum mechanics. Superposition means a particle exists in multiple states simultaneously until observed. In business, your offer exists in multiple price points until you test and measure. Most entrepreneurs pick a price based on gut feel, competitor research, or fear, then defend it forever. Quantum-inspired entrepreneurs run simultaneous price experiments to collapse uncertainty into data-driven certainty. The most powerful pricing test is the micro-variation test. For $197 versus $500, $2,997 versus $3,000, $97 versus $99. These aren't massive differences, but psychological pricing research shows that charm pricing, ending in 7 or 9, can lift conversion by 8 to 12% in certain markets, while round numbers $500, $1,000 signal premium positioning and can increase perceived value. The only way to know which works for your audience is to test, and testing is the act of observation that collapses superposition. Here's the protocol. Split your traffic or outreach into 2 equal groups. Group A sees $497. Group B sees $500. Track conversion rate, average order value, and customer quality measured by LTV or engagement. After 50 to 100 exposures per variant, you'll have statistically meaningful data. Often, the surprising result isn't which price converts better, it's which price attracts higher LTV customers. Sometimes a higher price converts at the same rate, but brings in clients who stay longer and refer more. Microstory. David's $3 price change that added $18,000 per year. David sold a $497 online course. His conversion rate was 4.2%. A friend suggested testing $500. David resisted. That's basically the same price. But he ran the test anyway. Over 60 days, 120 people saw $497. 5 bought for 0.2% conversion. Another 120 saw $500. 6 bought, 5% conversion. The $500 version converted better, and customers completed the course at a higher rate, 78% versus 61%, leading to more testimonials and referrals. Annualized, that tiny $3 increase plus improved LTV added $18,000 in revenue and cut refund requests by half. Lesson: small changes measured precisely unlock disproportionate results. Superposition collapses into profit when you test. The pricing superposition framework layer 1. Charm versus round pricing. Charm pricing, $97 for $197, $2,997. Triggers deal perception and impulse buying. Round pricing, $100, $500, $3,000. Signals premium quality and thoughtful purchase. Your market dictates which works. E-commerce and B2C often favor charm. B2B and high-ticket services often favor round. Test both. Layer 2. Anchoring with decoys. Superposition isn't just AIB. It's also offering 3 tiers where the middle option is designed to be chosen. Example: $297 basic for $197 popular best value, $997 premium. The $997 option makes $497 feel reasonable. The $297 makes $497 feel premium enough. This is choice architecture rooted in behavioral economics. The popular badge or most chosen label leverages social proof to collapse decision paralysis into action. Layer 3. Time-limited superposition. Introduce urgency by collapsing price superposition with deadlines. Offer $497 until Friday, then $597 permanently. This creates 2 simultaneous states, early bird versus standard, and forces prospects to collapse uncertainty by acting fast. Scarcity isn't manipulation if the deadline is real. It's simply revealing who values speed over hesitation. Protocol 3.1. The 60-day pricing superposition test objective. Increase average order value by 5 to 15% within 60 days by testing 2 price variants and selecting the winner based on conversion, AOV, and LTV data. Inputs: current pricing for 1 core offer, traffic source or outreach list, minimum 100 prospects per variant, CRM or spreadsheet to track variant conversion and LTV. Steps: day 1 to 3, 60 minutes. Choose your core offer. Write down current price. Create 2 test variants. Variant A, charm price, e.g. for $197, and Variant B, round price, e.g. $500. Ensure messaging is identical except price. Day 4 to 7, 90-minute setup split routing. If running ads, use platform split test tools. If doing outreach, alternate. Odd-numbered prospects get A, even get B. If using a sales page, use A/B testing software Google Optimize, unbounce VWO. Day 8 to 60, 10 minutes daily log, every exposure and outcome. Variant, date, prospect ID, converted, Y/N, price paid, LTV estimate, if available. Day 61 to 63, 60 minutes analyze results. Calculate. Conversion rate, conversions divided by exposures, AOV, total revenue divided by conversions, and estimated LTV per variant. Choose winner. Implement permanently. Measurement, KPI, conversion rate, and AOV per variant. Sample report. Variant A, $497, 4.5% conversion for $197 AOV, $3,200 LTV. Variant B, $500, 4.8% conversion, $500 AOV, $3,600 LTV. Winner, Variant B. Target, 5 to 15% lift in AOV or LTV from winning variant. Stop/iterate rules. If sample size is below 50 exposures per variant by day 30, extend test to day 90. If conversion rates are within 1%, declare a tie and choose based on LTV or ease of messaging. Retest annually as market conditions and positioning evolve. Ethics note. Price testing is ethical when both prices are fair and sustainable. Never test prices you can't deliver on profitably. Avoid bait-and-switch tactics. Chapter 4. Entanglement for Attraction. How Referrals and Partnerships Compound Revenue Without Paid Ads. Quantum entanglement describes particles that remain connected regardless of distance. When one changes state, the other responds instantly. In business, entanglement is a network effect of interconnected relationships. One delighted client introduces 3 prospects. One strategic partner sends 10 qualified leads. One case study attracts 5 inbound inquiries. This is nonlinear growth, and it's how millionaires scale without burning cash on ads. The key insight, value given creates entanglement. When you over-deliver for one client, you don't just earn their loyalty, you entangle them into your growth engine. They become a referral node. The same applies to partnerships. When you send a qualified lead to a complementary business, you create reciprocal entanglement. They send back. This is abundance thinking operationalized as protocol. Most entrepreneurs chase new leads and ignore their existing network. Quantum-inspired entrepreneurs activate entanglement loops. Client success testimonial, referral ask, new client, repeat. Or partner intro, collaborative project, cross-promotion, shared revenue. The math is simple. If every client refers 1.5 new client on average, your CAC drops by 40% within 2 quarters. See this case. Lisa's $42,000 in 90 days from one strategic partner. Lisa ran a web design agency. She met a business coach at a networking event and offered to redesign his landing page for free as a value-first gift. He loved it, mentioned her in his newsletter, 8,000 subscribers, and introduced her to 3 clients who became projects worth $14,000 each. Total revenue from one entangled relationship, $42,000. Her cost? 8 hours of free work and genuine generosity. She didn't ask for anything. She created value, which created entanglement, which collapsed into revenue. Lesson. Give value to nodes that have networks, and entanglement does the selling for you. The 3 entanglement protocols. Protocol 1. The 5-star exit interview. After every successful client project, conduct a 10-minute exit interview. Ask, what result did you get? What surprised you? Who else needs this? Then say, if you know 2 people who benefit, I'd love a warm intro. No pressure. This makes referrals natural, not awkward. Track referral rate, % of clients who introduce 1 or more prospects. Target, 30% referral rate within 60 days. Protocol 2, the Value First Partner Map. Identify 5 businesses that serve your ICP but aren't competitors, e.g., if you do Facebook ads, partner with web designers, copywriters, CRM consultants. Reach out with, "I'd love to send you overflow leads when clients need your service. Can I intro you to one this week?" Lead with value. Most will reciprocate. One quality partner can send 5 to 15 warm leads per quarter. Protocol 3. The case study engine. Every big one becomes a case study. Write it up in 300 to 500 words. Problem, solution, result include numbers. Post it publicly. Send it to prospects. Share it in communities. Case studies create entanglement because they serve as social proof that attracts aligned buyers. One well-written case study can generate 10-plus inbound leads over 12 months. Protocol 4.1. The 30-day entanglement activation objective. Generate 5 to 10 warm referrals or partner source leads within 30 days by activating existing network entanglement. Inputs. List of past clients, last 12 months. List of complementary businesses. 5 to 10 potential partners. One recent client success story, raw notes, testimonial, or result data. Steps. Day 1 to 7, 90 minutes conduct exit interviews with 3 recent clients. Use script. What result did you get? Who else needs this? Can you intro me to 2 people? Log responses. Day 8 to 14, 120 minutes, write 1 case study, 300 to 500 words. Format. Client X had problem Y. We implemented Z. Result, metric in time frame. Post on LinkedIn, website, email list. Day 15 to 21, 90 minutes, reach out to 5 potential partners. Use script. I serve, ISP. You do service. I'd love to send you leads when my clients need your thing. Can I intro you to one this week? Send 1 intro immediately. Day 22 to 30, 60 minutes, follow up on exit interviews and partner intros. Ask partners if they have anyone they'd like to introduce to you. Track warm leads received. Measurement. KPI, number of warm referrals or partner leads received. Target, 5 to 10 warm intros within 30 days. Sample report. Exit interviews, 3 conducted, 2 intros received. Partner outreach, 5 sent, 2 responded for leads received. Case study, 47 views, 3 inbound inquiries. Stop/iterate rules. If no referrals by day 14, revisit exit interview script. Make ask clearer and lower friction. If partners don't respond, lead with more value, e.g., send them a lead before asking for one. Repeat this protocol quarterly to maintain entanglement momentum. Ethics note. Entanglement is built on genuine value exchange. Never pressure clients for referrals. Never promise partners more than you can deliver. Authenticity sustains entanglement. Manipulation kills it. Chapter 5. Coherence for Sales Flow. The priming routine that unlocks 11 extra productive hours per week in quantum physics. Coherence refers to waves in sync, amplifying each other. In business, coherence is your mental state when distraction, doubt, and decision fatigue disappear and you enter flow. Deep focus, effortless execution, high output. Neuroscience research shows that flow states increase productivity by 500% and creativity by 400%. For entrepreneurs, this means 1 hour in coherence equals 5 hours in scattered mode. The challenge: modern business is designed to destroy coherence. Slack pings, email, social media, multitasking, all spike cortisol and fragment attention. Dopamine regulation is the key. Your brain has a baseline dopamine level. When you scroll, check notifications, or context switch, you spike dopamine temporarily, then crash below baseline, creating craving and distraction. Millionaire-level focus comes from protecting baseline dopamine through morning priming routines that set the tone for coherent workdays. The protocol: the first 90 minutes of your workday are sacred. No email, no Slack, no meetings. You enter with a clear intention. Execute 1 high-leverage task. Sales call, content creation, strategy session. Then break. This is coherence by design. Pair it with a pre-work priming ritual. 10 minutes of movement, hydration, and intention setting, and you create the neurochemical foundation for sustained flow. See this case. Tom's 11-hour productivity unlocked. Tom ran a SaaS startup and felt like he was always working but never moving forward. He tracked his time for 1 week. 52 hours logged, but only 19 hours on high-impact work, sales, product, strategy. The rest was email, meetings, firefighting. He implemented the Coherence protocol. Wake at 6 a.m., 10-minute walk. No phone until 9 a.m., first 90 minutes on one deep task, sales outreach. By week 2, his high-impact hours jumped to 30. By week 4, he hit 35 hours of deep work in a 50-hour week, an 84% increase in leverage. Revenue followed, $8,000 additional MRR in 60 days because he was finally present in sales conversations and product decisions. Lesson: Coherence isn't about working more. It's about working in sync with your brain's natural rhythms. The Coherence stack. For layers, layer 1. Morning dopamine protection, first 60 minutes. No phone, no email, no news. Wake up, hydrate, 16 ounces water. Move, 10-minute walk or stretch. Then enter work. This keeps baseline dopamine stable. Checking your phone within the first hour spikes dopamine, crashes you, and sets a reactive tone for the entire day. Layer 2. The 90-minute deep block your brain can sustain peak focus for 90 minutes before needing a break. Schedule your hardest, highest leverage task, sales call, strategy, content creation, in the first 90 minutes of work. No interruptions. Use website blockers, freedom cold turkey. If needed, one 90-minute coherent block produces more value than 4 scattered hours. Layer 3. Ultradian rhythm recovery every 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, take a 10 to 15-minute break. Walk, breathe, hydrate. Don't scroll. This respects your ultradian rhythm, the natural 90-minute cycles of focus, and rest your nervous system runs on. Pushing past 90 minutes without rest kills coherence and leads to decision fatigue. Layer 4. Afternoon intention reset, post-lunch. After lunch, cortisol and blood sugar fluctuate, breaking coherence. Combat this with a 5-minute intention reset. Close laptop, breathe. Review your top 3 priorities for the afternoon, then re-enter. This mini priming session restores focus and prevents the post-lunch productivity crash. Protocol 5.1. The 30-day coherence transformation objective. Add 11+ hours of high-impact, focused work per week within 30 days by installing morning priming and 90-minute deep work blocks. Inputs. Calendar, block first 90 minutes of workday. Time tracking tool, Toggle, Clockify, or Paper Log. Website blocker app, Freedom, Cold Turkey, or browser extension. Steps. Day 1, 15 minutes audit last week's time. Categorize hours. Deep work, high leverage tasks. Shallow work, email admin. Reactive, meetings, firefighting. Calculate deep work percentage. Day 2 to 7 daily, 10 minutes each morning, install morning routine. Wake, hydrate, 16-ounce water. Move, 10 minutes walk/stretch. No phone until work starts. Log whether you follow protocol. Y/N. Day. 8 to 30 daily, 90 minutes each morning, block first 90 minutes for one deep task. Set phone to airplane mode. Use website blocker. After 90 minutes, take 10-minute break. Walk, breathe. Track deep work hours daily. Day 31, 30 minutes re-audit time. Compare deep work hours week 1 versus week 4. Calculate increase. Measurement. KPI. Deep work hours per week. Time spent on high leverage tasks and flow. Target. Increase from baseline by 11+ hours, e.g., 18 hours, 29 hours. Sample report. Week 1, 17 hours deep work. Week 4, 28 hours deep work. Gain, plus 11 hours. Stop/iterate rules. If deep work hours don't increase by day 14, identify friction points. Are mornings too rushed? Are interruptions unavoidable? Adjust wake time or block distractions more aggressively. If 90-minute blocks feel too long, start with 60 minutes and build up. Repeat audit every 90 days to prevent regression. Ethics note. Coherence routines improve your capacity but don't eliminate hard work. They amplify leverage, not magic. Respect your nervous system. Avoid overwork even in flow states. If this protocol clarified your millionaire business focus, Subscribe to receive new practical playbooks. Chapter 6, Negotiation Neuroscience. The 3 yes patterns that close deals fast in negotiation isn't about persuasion. It's about neurochemical momentum. Neuroscience research reveals that the human brain releases dopamine when it says yes to small, agreeable statements. Each yes lowers resistance and primes the brain for the next yes. This is the psychological foundation of the 3 yes pattern. Get 3 microagreements before asking for close, and your conversion rate increases by 15 to 25%. The protocol is simple. Early in the conversation, ask 3 questions designed to elicit yes. Would you agree that obvious pain point is costing you time and money? Yes. And if there were a way to solve that in 90 days, that would be valuable, right? Yes. So if I can show you a clear path to that result, it makes sense to explore it? Yes. By the time you present your offer, the prospect's brain is in a yes state, not a maybe or no state. This isn't manipulation, it's alignment. You're not tricking anyone. You're helping them articulate what they already want and building neural momentum toward the decision they need to make. The key is that each yes must be genuine and low friction. If you ask leading questions or false agreements, trust breaks and the pattern fails. See this case. Rachel's $9,000 close in 22 minutes. Rachel sold leadership coaching and struggled with long sales cycles. Prospects needed time to think for weeks. She learned the 3 yes pattern and tested it on her next call. Prospect was a VP stuck in reactive leadership mode. Rachel asked, "Would you say most of your day is spent firefighting instead of strategy?" Yes. And if you could reclaim even 10 hours a week for strategic thinking, that would transform your impact. Yes. So if I can show you a system to do that in 60 days, it's worth a conversation? Yes. By minute 12, the prospect was leaning in. Rachel presented her offer. The VP said, "When do we start?" Call lasted 22 minutes. Deal closed, $9,000. Rachel's close rate jumped from 19% to 34% in 45 days using this one tweak. Lesson: small neurochemical momentum compounds into big decisions. The 3 yes layers. Yes number 1. Problem acknowledgments start with a statement or question so obvious they can't disagree. Most founders struggle with specific pain. Do you experience that? Or it sounds like pain point is your biggest bottleneck right now. Would you say that's accurate? This first yes establishes rapport and truth-telling. Yes number 2. Outcome desire confirm they want the solution. If you could solve pain and time frame, that would significantly impact their goal, right? Or having desired outcome would free you up to bigger vision, correct? This yes connects pain to aspiration and builds motivation. Yes number 3. Logical next step bridge to your offer without asking for the sale yet. So if I can show you a proven path to outcome in time frame, it makes sense to at least explore whether it's a fit. This yes removes objection barriers and frames your offer as the obvious next move, not a risky leap. After 3 yeses, present your offer clearly. Here's how it works. Investment is price. Timeline is duration. Outcome is specific result. Does that align with what you're looking for? At this point, resistance is low, and you're having a buying conversation, not a convincing battle. Protocol 6.1. The 30-day 3S integration objective. Increase close rate by 10 to 20 percentage points within 30 days by integrating the 3S pattern into every discovery call. Inputs. List your top 3 prospect pain points from past calls or market research. Script template for 3 yes questions written and practiced. Call recording tool, Zoom, Gong, or note-taking app. Steps. Day 1 to 3, 60 minutes. Write your 3 yes questions. Yes number 1, problem acknowledgement. Yes number 2, outcome desire. Yes number 3, logical next step. Practice aloud 5 times until natural. Day 4 to 30 per call. 5 minutes prep before every discovery call. Review your 3 yes script. During call, ask all 3 questions in order within first 10 minutes. Track whether you got 3 yeses, Y/N, and whether prospect closed, Y/N. Day 15, 30 minutes, review first 10 calls. Compare close rate on calls where you got 3 yeses versus calls where you didn't. Adjust question phrasing if needed. Day 31, 30 minutes, analyze full 30-day data. Calculate close rate with 3 yes pattern versus baseline. Measurement. KPI, close rate, deals closed divided by discovery calls held. Target, 10 to 20 percentage point increase, e.g., 20%, 30%. Sample report. Baseline close rate, no pattern 18%. 3 yes close rate, 32%. Lift, plus 14 points. Stop/iterate rules. If yeses feel forced, revise questions to be more natural and conversational. If close rate doesn't improve by day 20, record 1 call and review. Are you asking yeses too fast? Are you listening to answers? Are you transitioning smoothly to the offer? Revisit and refine script every 90 days as your offer evolves. Ethics note. The 3 yes pattern builds momentum but does not override informed decision-making. If the prospect is a fit, no pattern should push them by. Use this to help align buyers move forward, not to close misaligned ones. Chapter 7. Marketing Resonance. How to mine ICP language and double inbound lead quality. 8 to 10 minutes. In physics, resonance occurs when one object's vibration frequency matches another's, amplifying the effect. In marketing, resonance is when your message language matches your ideal customer's internal dialogue, so precisely that they feel seen, understood, and magnetically drawn to you. This isn't copywriting tricks. It's linguistics mapped to pain points, desires, and identity. Most entrepreneurs write marketing from their perspective. We help businesses scale with proven systems. That's bland and generic. Resonant marketing speaks in the customer's voice. You're tired of hitting $50,000 months, but can't break $100,000 no matter how hard you work. We show you the 3 leverage points you're missing. The second version uses exact language your ICP uses when describing their problem. It resonates because it mirrors their frequency. The protocol, ICP language mining. Spend 5 hours interviewing or surveying past clients. Ask, what was the problem you were facing before you found us? What words did you use to describe it? What did you try that didn't work? Record verbatim phrases. Then plug those exact phrases into your headlines, ad copy, emails, and sales scripts. When prospects see their own words reflected back, they stop scrolling and start engaging. See this case. Mark's ad that cut CAC by 38%. Mark ran a consulting business, helping e-commerce brands scale. His Facebook ad read, scale your e-commerce brand with our proven funnel system. CTR, 1.2%. CAC, $620. He did ICP interviews and heard the same phrase 3 times. I feel like I'm just treading water. Revenue goes up, but profit doesn't. He rewrote the ad. Stuck treading water? Revenue up, profit flat? Here's why and how to fix it in 60 days. New CTR, 3.1%. New CAC, $385. Same offer, same audience, different language. The resonance shift attracted higher quality leads, people who self-identified with that exact pain, and repelled curiosity seekers. Result, 38% CAC drop, 22% increase in LTV. Lesson, your customer's words are better than your clever copy. The Resonance Mining Framework. Step 1. The voice of customer interview 5 to 10 past clients, or survey if calls aren't possible. Ask 5 questions. What problem were you facing before you found us? What words or phrases did you use to describe that problem to yourself or others? What did you try before that didn't work? What made you decide to work with us? How would you describe the result you got in 1 sentence? Record answers verbatim. Look for repeated phrases, emotional language, and specific pain descriptors. Step 2. The language map. Create a document with 3 columns. Pain language, desire language, objection language. Fill each column with exact phrases from interviews. Example, pain. I'm working 60-hour weeks, but revenue is flat. Desire. I just want to hit $100,000 months without burning out. Objection. I've tried coaches before and nothing stuck. Step 3. The Resonance Rewrite. Take your homepage headline, ad copy, and email subject lines. Replace generic language with ICP phrases. Before, we help entrepreneurs scale. After, Hitting $50,000 months, but can't break $100,000? Here's a leverage shift that changes everything. Test new copy for 30 days in Measure Center, lead quality, and CAC. Protocol 7.1. The 30-day ICP language mining sprint objective. Double inbound lead quality and reduce CAC by 15 to 30% within 30 days by mining and deploying ICP resonant language in all marketing. Inputs. List of 5 to 10 past clients, willing to do 20 minutes interviews. Interview script, 5 voice of customer questions. Marketing assets to rewrite, homepage, ad, email sequence. Steps. Day 1 to 10, 5 hours total, conduct 5 interviews or send survey. Record answers. Transcribe or take detailed notes. Highlight repeated phrases and emotional language. Day 11 to 14, 90 minutes, create language map. 3 columns, pain, desire, objection. Fill with verbatim phrases from interviews. Day 15 to 20, 120 minutes, rewrite 1 homepage headline, 1 ad, and 1 email subject line using ICP language. Launch new copy. Day 21 to 30, 10 minutes, daily, track CTR, CAC, and lead quality, measured by discovery call to close rate. Compare to baseline. Measurement, KPI, CAC and lead to close rate. Target, 15 to 30% CAC reduction, 20 to 40% improvement in lead to close rate, higher quality leads. Sample report, baseline CAC, $510, lead to close, 12%. Resonant copy CAC, $370, lead to close, 18%. CAC drop, 27%, quality lift, 50%. Stop/iterate rules. If interviews reveal no clear patterns, expand sample size to 10 to 15 clients. If new copy doesn't improve metrics by day 25, test alternative phrases or revisit interview data for stronger language. Repeat language mining every 6 months as market sophistication evolves. Ethics note: resonance is about clarity and connection, not manipulation. Use ICP language to help ideal customers self-select, not to attract misaligned buyers with exaggerated claims. Chapter 8, Capital and Partnerships, the warm intro ladder that opens doors without cold pitching, raising capital, or landing strategic partnerships the traditional way. Cold emails, pitch decks to strangers, has a 2 to 5% success rate. The quantum-inspired approach uses the warm intro ladder, leveraging entangled relationships to reach decision-makers through trusted referrals. Neuroscience shows that warm intros bypass skepticism and activate trust circuits in the brain, increasing response rates by 300 to 800%. The protocol: map your network in 3 tiers. Tier 1, people you know well, past clients, close colleagues, friends. Tier 2, people 1 degree away, your Tier 1's networks. Tier 3, target decision makers, investors, partners, clients. The goal is to activate Tier 1 to introduce you to Tier 2, who introduce you to Tier 3. This is entanglement in action. Each node amplifies your reach exponentially. Most entrepreneurs skip Tier 1 because they assume their immediate network can't help. Wrong. Your Tier 1 knows someone who knows your Tier 3. The key is asking strategically. I'm looking to connect with specific role/company. Do you know anyone in that world or know someone who might? This opens pathways without demanding favors. See this case. Kevin's $250,000 partnership from one LinkedIn message. Kevin wanted to partner with a SaaS platform to offer his service as a white label add-on. He cold emailed the CEO 5 times. No response. Then he reviewed his LinkedIn connections and saw a former client worked at that company in a different department. He messaged her, "Hey, hope you're well. Quick question. I'm exploring a partnership with SaaS. Do you know anyone on the partnerships team I could chat with?" She introduced him to the VP of Partnerships. 2 calls later, Kevin signed a deal projected to generate $250,000 in year 1. The difference? Warm intro, collapse resistance. Lesson: your network is deeper than you think. Map it, activate it, leverage it. The warm intro ladder protocol, step 1. The network map, 3 tiers. Open a spreadsheet. Column 1, Tier 1, people you know well, 50 to 100 names. Column 2, Tier 2, their network's estimated reach. Column 3, Tier 3, targets, investors, partners, clients you want. Visually, this reveals connection potential. Step 2, the strategic ask, choose one Tier 3 target. Review Tier 1 list. Who might know someone in that world? Send a low-pressure message. Hey, name. Hope all is well. I'm looking to connect with specific role/company. About reason. Do you know anyone in that space? Or anyone who might? No worries if not. Send a 5 to 10 Tier 1 contacts per target. Step 3. The value-first introduction. When someone offers an intro, make it easy for them. Provide a 3-sentence blurb they can forward. This is you. You helps ICP achieve outcome. You is looking to connect with Tier 3 about specific reason. Worth a conversation. This reduces friction and increases follow-through. Step 4. The gratitude loop after the intro. Thank your Tier 1 contact publicly, LinkedIn post, email, and privately, handwritten note, small gift. Update them on the outcome. This strengthens entanglement and makes them more likely to help again. Protocol 8.1. The 30-day warm intro campaign objective. Secure 3 to 5 warm intros to Tier 3 targets, investors, partners, clients, within 30 days using network mapping and strategic asks. Inputs. Spreadsheet for network map 3 tiers. List of 3 to 5 Tier 3 targets, specific names or roles. Blurb template. 3 sentences for easy forwarding. Steps. Day 1 to 5, 120 minutes, build network map. List 50 to 100 Tier 1 contacts, LinkedIn, email, phone. Identify 3 to 5 Tier 3 targets. Research. Where do they work? What do they care about? Day 6 to 15, 90 minutes for each Tier 3 target. Identify 5 to 10 Tier 1 contacts who might have connection. Send strategic ask message. Track responses. Day 16 to 25, 60 minutes follow-up on positive responses. Provide easy forward blurb. Track intros made and meetings scheduled. Day 26 to 30, 30 minutes. Send gratitude messages to everyone who helped. Log outcomes. Intros made, meetings held, deals/partnerships in progress. Measurement. KPI. Number of warm intros secured and meetings held with Tier 3 targets. Target. 3 to 5 intros, 2 to 3 meetings within 30 days. Sample report. Reached out to 40 Tier 1 contacts. Secured 4 warm intros. Held 3 meetings. 1 partnership in negotiation. Stop/iterate rules. If no intros by day 15, expand Tier 1 list or clarify target. Too vague equals fewer connections. If intros are made but meetings don't happen, improve blurb or follow-up cadence. Repeat this protocol every quarter to maintain momentum and expand network reach. Ethics note. Warm intros work because of trust. Never abuse a connection by overpromising, spamming, or being transactional. Always reciprocate value and express genuine gratitude. Chapter 9. Measurement and Optimization. The dashboard that turns data into revenue decisions in quantum mechanics. Measurement collapses potential into reality. In business, what you measure improves. Most entrepreneurs track revenue and expenses, but ignore the 5 operational levers that drive revenue. Close rate, CAC, LTV, AOV, and pipeline velocity. Without daily visibility into these metrics, you're flying blind, guessing at what works instead of knowing. The protocol. Build a 1-page dashboard that shows your 5 core metrics updated daily or weekly. This doesn't require fancy software, Google Sheets, Notion, or even Paperworks. The act of logging numbers forces you to observe performance, which triggers pattern recognition, which leads to optimization. You notice, close rate dropped 8% this week. What changed? Or CAC is up because we shifted to cold outreach. Let's test warm intros instead. The 5 metrics to track daily or weekly. Close rate. Deals won divided by total qualified opportunities. Target. 25 to 35% for most B2B services. CAC, customer acquisition cost, total marketing plus sales. Spend divided by new customers acquired. Target. LTV should be 5x CAC. LTV, lifetime value average customer spend times average retention period. Track cohorts quarterly to catch trends. AOV, average order value total revenue, divided by number of transactions. Small increases here compound fast. Pipeline velocity, average days from first contact to close. Faster velocity equals more revenue per quarter. The optimization loop, measure, analyze, hypothesize, test, measure again. This is a scientific method applied to business growth. No guessing, no hope marketing, just disciplined experimentation and data-driven iteration. See this case. Sarah's $22,000 monthly lift from one metric insight. Sarah ran a consulting practice generating $41,000 per month. She built a simple dashboard tracking her 5 metrics weekly. Week 3, she noticed her close rate was 38% on Tuesday/Wednesday calls, but only 19% on Monday/Friday calls. She hypothesized. Monday calls catch prospects overwhelmed. Friday calls catch them checked out. She moved all discovery calls to Tuesday through Thursday. Within 45 days, her overall close rate jumped from 27% to 34%, adding 6 extra closes per quarter. At $3,700 average deal size, that's $22,200 additional quarterly revenue, $88,800 annualized, from one scheduling insight revealed by measurement. Lesson: the data is already there. You just need to look at it consistently. The dashboard build. 4 layers. Layer 1. The 5 core metrics, updated weekly. Create 5 columns in a spreadsheet. Week, close rate percent, CAC dollar, LTV dollar, AOV dollar, pipeline days. Log every week for 12 weeks minimum. After 12 weeks, patterns emerge that one-off data points hide. Layer 2. The trend line visual. Add simple line charts for each metric. Visual trends are faster to process than raw numbers. You'll see, CAC spike week 7. What happened? Answer: switched ad platforms without testing. Or LTV drop week 10. Why? Answer: onboard 3 low-fit clients who churn fast. Layer 3. The hypothesis log below your dashboard. Add a section. This week's hypothesis. Example: hypothesis. Moving discovery calls to mornings will increase close rate by 5%. Test. Schedule all calls 9 to 11 a.m. for 2 weeks. Measure. Compare close rate to baseline. This turns your business into a lab where every week tests one growth lever. Layer 4. The decision trigger set thresholds that trigger action. Example: if CAC exceeds $500 for 2 consecutive weeks, pause paid ads and shift to warm outreach. Or, if close rate drops below 22%, conduct 3 client interviews to identify messaging gaps. This removes emotional decision-making and creates protocol-based responses. Protocol 9.1. The 90-day measurement system install objective. Build and maintain a 1-page dashboard tracking 5 core metrics weekly, leading to 1 optimization insight per month that increases revenue by 10 to 20% over 90 days. Inputs: Google Sheets, Notion, or Excel. Last 12 weeks of sales data, or start from week 1 if unavailable. 15 minutes per week for data entry and review. Steps: day 1 to 3, 90 minutes build dashboard template. 5 columns: week, close rate percent, CAC dollar, LTV dollar, AOV dollar, pipeline days. Add simple line charts for each metric. If historical data exists, backfill last 12 weeks. Week 1 to 12, 15 minutes weekly every Monday morning. Log last week's 5 metrics. Review trends. Ask: what's surprising? What changed? Write 1 observation. Week 4, 8, 12, 30 minutes each deep review. Identify 1 pattern or anomaly. Form hypothesis. Design 1-week test. Example: close rate high on Tuesdays. Test scheduling all calls Tuesday/Wednesday. Day 90, 60 minutes. Compare week 1 versus week 12 metrics. Calculate improvement. Identify top 2 insights that drove results. Document for future reference. Measurement. KPI, number of optimization insights discovered and tested. Target, 3 insights over 90 days, with at least 1 leading to measurable revenue lift, 10 to 20%. Sample report, Week 1 close rate, 24%. Week 12, 31%. Insight, morning calls convert 12% better. Action, moved all calls to AM. Result, plus 7 points close rate, plus $18K quarterly revenue. Stop/iterate rules. If no insight emerged by week 6, data may be incomplete. Expand tracking or add qualitative notes, e.g., lost deal reason, pricing too high. If dashboard feels overwhelming, start with 3 metrics, close rate, CAC, AOV, and add others later. Revisit dashboard design every 90 days. Add metrics that matter, remove noise. Ethics note, measurement reveals truth but doesn't manufacture results. Use data to guide decisions, not to justify poor offers or unethical tactics. If metrics show your offer isn't working, fix the offer. Don't manipulate the data. Chapter 10, the 30-day protocol and scaling roadmap. Your complete implementation plan. You now have the quantum business framework. Observer effect for sales presence, superposition for pricing, entanglement for referrals, coherence for focus, resonance for marketing, and measurement for optimization. The question is, how do you deploy all 6 in a structured, sustainable way without overwhelm? The answer, the 30-day quantum sprint. This is a phased implementation protocol where you install 1 quantum lever per week for 4 weeks. Then iterate. Week 1, baseline audit plus observer effect priming. Week 2, superposition pricing test. Week 3, entanglement activation, exit interviews plus partners. Week 4, coherence rituals plus dashboard build. By day 30, all systems are live and compounding. After the first 30 days, you enter the 90-day scaling phase. Refine what works, cut what doesn't, and layer in advanced tactics, ICP language mining, warm intro campaigns, negotiation patterns. Most entrepreneurs who follow this protocol see 25 to 50% revenue increases in quarter 1, then 2x within 12 months as the systems mature and compound. The 30-day sprint, week-by-week breakdown. Week 1, foundation plus observer effect day 1 to 2, baseline audit, chapter 1 protocol 1.1, log 5 core metrics, day 3 to 7, install pre-call priming ritual, chapter 2 protocol 2.1, prime before every discovery call, track close rate daily. Week 2, superposition pricing test day 8 to 10, design pricing test, 2 variants, chapter 3 protocol 3.1, set up split routing, day 11 to 14, launch test, begin logging exposures and conversions, continue priming ritual from week 1. Week 3, entanglement activation day 15 to 17, conduct 3 exit interviews with recent clients, chapter 4 protocol 4.1. Ask for referrals. Day 18 to 21. Reach out to 5 potential partners. Lead with value. Send 1 warm intro immediately. Week 4. Coherence plus measurement day 22 to 24. Install morning coherence routine, chapter 5 protocol 5.1. Protect first 90 minutes for deep work. Day 25 to 28. Build 1-page dashboard, chapter 9 protocol 9.1. Backfill week 1 to 3 data. Set weekly review cadence. Day 29 to 30. Review entire sprint. Identify top 2 wins and top 2 friction points. Plan next 30-day cycle. The 90-day scaling roadmap days 31 to 60. Refine and layer continue all protocols from sprint 1. Add ICP language mining, chapter 7. 3S negotiation pattern, chapter 6. Test 1 new optimization per week based on dashboard insights. Days 61 to 90. Expand and compound launch warm intro campaign, chapter 8. Revisit pricing test, run new variant. Double down on highest performing entanglement channel, referrals versus partners. Audit coherence. Are you maintaining 90-minute blocks? Adjust as needed. Post 90 days. Systematize document all protocols in a playbook. Train team members if applicable. Review dashboard monthly instead of weekly. Run quarterly audits, baseline metrics, pricing, ICP language. Celebrate wins. Recalibrate targets. Micro story. Emma's $74,000 quarter. After running the 30-day sprint, Emma ran a $38,000 per month branding agency. She implemented the 30-day sprint. Week 1. She audited metrics and started priming before calls. Close rate jumped from 21% to 28%. Week 2. She tested $4,500 versus $4,997 pricing. $4, $997 with higher LTV clients. Week 3. She conducted exit interviews and landed for warm referrals. Week 4. She installed morning coherence and built her dashboard. By day 30, she closed $62,000 in new business, a 63% spike. By day 90, she hit $74,000 in 1 month, her best ever, because all systems were running and compounding. She didn't work more hours. She worked in quantum coherence with measurement-driven optimization. Lesson: structured implementation beats random hustle every time. Protocol 10.1. The 30-day quantum sprint, complete implementation. Objective: install all 6 quantum protocols within 30 days, leading to measurable revenue increase. Target: 25 to 50% lift by day 90. Inputs: commitment: 5 to 7 hours per week for 4 weeks. Access to past sales data, client list, calendar, and basic tools, spreadsheet, CRM, timer. Willingness to follow protocol, even when it feels uncomfortable or slow at first. Steps: Week 1, 5 hours baseline audit, 90 minutes. Install pre-call priming, 10 minutes per call. Track close rate daily, 5 minutes per day. Week 2, 5 hours design pricing test, 60 minutes. Launch test, 30 minutes. Continue priming. Log test data daily, 5 minutes per day. Week 3, 6 hours exit interviews. 3 by 20 minutes equals 60 minutes. Partner outreach, 5 messages, 60 minutes. Follow-ups, 30 minutes. Continue priming and pricing test. Week 4, 6 hours install coherence routine. 10 minutes per day equals 70 minutes. Build dashboard, 90 minutes. Backfill data, 30 minutes. Sprint review, 60 minutes. Day 30, 60 minutes full review. Compare baseline day 1 to current state day 30. Calculate improvements. Close rate percent, CAC dollar, revenue dollar, deep work hours, referrals received. Document top wins and friction points. Plan next 30 days. Measurement: KPI, revenue, close rate, CAC, deep work hours, referrals. Target day 35 to 15% improvement in at least 3 metrics. Target day 90, 25 to 50% revenue increase from baseline. Sample report: Day 1, $32,000 per month, 18% close, $510 CAC, 17 deep work hours. Day 30, $41,000 per month, 26% close, $420 CAC, 28 deep work hours. Day 90, $52,000 per month, 31% close, $380 CAC, 30 deep work hours. Revenue lift, 62%. Stop/iterate rules. If any protocol feels too complex, simplify. Start with 5-minute versions and build up. If no improvement by day 20, audit execution. Are you actually following protocols daily or skipping when busy? Consistency beats intensity. If one protocol delivers outsized results, e.g., priming doubles close rate, double down. Run it for 60 days before adding new layers. Revisit full sprint every 90 days. Drop what doesn't work. Amplify what does. Ethics note: the 30-day sprint accelerates results but doesn't eliminate fundamentals. You still need a valuable offer, a real market, and honest execution. Quantum protocols amplify leverage. They don't create value from nothing. Objections and risks. Safeguards against placebo, confirmation bias, and survivorship bias. Any system that promises significant results invites skepticism, and rightly so. The quantum business framework is not magic. It's neuroscience, behavioral economics, and measurement discipline packaged as actionable protocols. But 3 risks must be addressed: placebo effect, confirmation bias, and survivorship bias. Risk 1. Placebo effect. I believe it's working. So it feels like it's working. The placebo effect occurs when belief in a system produces perceived improvement, even when the system has no real impact. In business, this shows up as, I'm priming before calls and feel more confident, so I assume my close rate is up, but I haven't actually measured it. Safeguard measurement. Every protocol in this framework includes a KPI and a stop/iterate rule. If you implement pre-call priming, but your close rate doesn't improve within 30 days, the data tells you it's not working for you, even if it works for others. This is why the dashboard is non-negotiable. Feelings lie. Numbers don't. Action. Track before and after data for every protocol. If metrics don't improve, pivot. Don't defend a protocol out of ego. Test, measure, iterate, or drop it. Risk 2. Confirmation bias. I only notice the data that supports my hypothesis. Confirmation bias means you selectively focus on wins and ignore losses. Example. You run a pricing test, notice 3 high-value clients chose a higher price, and declare victory, ignoring that overall conversion dropped 15%. Safeguard blind analysis. When reviewing data, look at all metrics, not just the ones you hope improved. Set decision rules before running tests. Example. I'll adopt a new price only if conversion stays flat or improves, and AOV increases by 10% plus. Pre-commit to criteria so you can't cherry-pick results. Action. At day 30 and day 90, conduct a full audit with someone else, mentor, peer, coach. External perspective catches blind spots your bias hides. Risk 3. Survivorship bias. This worked for one person, so it will work for everyone. Survivorship bias occurs when you see one success story, like Emma's $74,000 a month, and assume it's replicable without acknowledging hidden variables. Her market, timing, offer quality, existing skills, or luck. Safeguard. Context awareness. The protocols in this framework work when applied to businesses with valid offers, real markets, and consistent execution. They don't fix broken products, non-existent demand, or poor work ethic. The quantum framework amplifies leverage. It doesn't create something from nothing. Action. Before implementing, audit your fundamentals. Do you have a clear ICP? A proven offer? At least 10 past clients or customers. If no, focus on validation first, then apply these protocols to scale what's already working. The ethical boundary. What this framework is not. A guarantee of specific revenue outcomes. A replacement for market research, product market fit, or sales skill development. A manifestation system that bypasses hard work or discipline. A get-rich-quick scheme. What it is: a set of neuroscience-backed, protocol-driven tactics that increase leverage when applied consistently. A measurement discipline that reveals what's working and what's not. A structure that helps you do less, but achieve more by focusing on high-impact levers. Final safeguard. Run your own test. Commit to 30 days. Track your 5 core metrics. If you see measurable improvement, continue and refine. If you don't, pivot. Let data, not hope, guide your decisions. Closing. The 30-day results log in your next step. You've now been exposed to the complete quantum business framework. 6 protocols, each mapped to a measurable outcome, each designed to collapse potential into reality through observation, testing, and disciplined execution. Here's what separates entrepreneurs who double revenue in 90 days from those who stay stuck. Implementation. Not knowledge, not inspiration, not strategy. Implementation. The 30-day sprint is your vehicle. It's structured, time-bound, and designed to integrate into a busy schedule without requiring you to burn out or hire a team. The 30-day results log is a simple tracker, one page, updated daily, where you log your 5 core metrics, note which protocols you executed, and write 1 observation per day. It takes 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes create the observation loop that quantum physics teaches us is the foundation of transformation. What you observe, you influence. What you measure, you improve. Over the next 30 days, you'll install observer effect priming to increase close rates, superposition pricing test to lift average order value, entanglement activation to generate warm referrals and partnerships, coherence rituals to reclaim 11+ hours of deep work per week, resonance language to double inbound lead quality. measurement systems to reveal hidden optimization opportunities. By day 30, you'll have a functioning quantum business system. By day 90, you'll have measurable proof, not belief, not hope, but data that this framework works. Or you'll have clarity that it doesn't work for your specific situation, which is equally valuable because it frees you to pivot toward what does. The path to doubling your business isn't more hours, more ads, or more complexity. It's more leverage, more focus, and more measurement. Quantum physics didn't give us flying cars, but it gave us semiconductors, lasers, and MRI machines, practical tools born from understanding how reality operates at the fundamental level. The quantum business framework does the same for revenue growth. It strips away noise and reveals the levers that actually matter. Your next step is simple. Open a blank document. Write 30-day quantum sprint, day 1 at the top. Commit to 1 hour today to run the baseline audit from Chapter 1. Log your 5 numbers. Then tomorrow, before your first sales call, run the 10-minute priming ritual from Chapter 2. That's it. 2 actions. Then repeat daily for 30 days, layering in 1 new protocol per week. 30 days from now, you'll either have doubled your pipeline, increase your close rate by double digits, and reclaimed hours of focus, or you'll have learned exactly what needs to change in your business. Both outcomes are wins. Both move you forward. Subscribe and comment apply if you will run the 30-day results log. This supports more quantum business content and helps us bring these protocols to more entrepreneurs who are ready to collapse uncertainty into measurable growth. Thank you for your attention, your discipline, and your willingness to test instead of guess. The quantum business shift isn't mystical, it's methodical, and the method is now in your hands. Go apply it.